I know you've been, I know you've been, I know you've been, I know you've been. When you need me, when you need me, baby, baby. When you need, you don't, when you need me, baby.
Hello creatives and welcome to my channel. This will be my first official video and we will be putting together an art disc that my university gave to us as part of our stationery pack, and yeah, we're going to be putting that together. So here we go. I'm going to be watching Cocaine Bear for entertainment on the side while I'm assembling the whole table.
So it started out really well. I was pumped on positive energy. I was pumped with my "you got this girl" energy. And I was like, you know what? I don't need nobody to help me out. I got this. It's a freaking picture instruction manual, okay? With illustrations on the steps and everything. So I was like, you know what? I can do this. I can do this. It's not like they're going to be throwing fancy names at me or anything. So it started out really well, went really smoothly. I was getting everything done. You know, one leg, two leg. Now I'm bracing the two legs together to steady them. You know, it started out really well. Little did I know. Little did I know that I had already messed up. At the time, I didn't know, guys. I did not know that the legs came apart. So the legs have two portions, right? Because it's an adjustable table in terms of the height. Fine, I didn't know the legs came apart. And I didn't question it when I saw the illustration in the instruction manual, but I should have. But anyway, I had already messed up and I'll point it out again later. But anyway, I finished with the bracing makeshift shelf in between the legs, and I'm moving on to the tabletop. This also made me kind of nervous because it was a wooden table and it had pre-drilled holes in it. And if you ever screwed in nails, you know that you can't screw it in and screw it out, or screw it in an awkward angle, because it's really gonna ruin the integrity of the wood. So I was taking my time with it because I was like, this has to be perfect, okay? Perfect. Fine. That part I got, you know, I did it. I took my time with it and I think it's perfect if you ask me. Anyway, so now I'm moving on to assembling the support structure for the bottom of the tabletop, which will be for the shelves as well. Right, and this little arm mechanism to adjust the angle of the tabletop. So that right there is where it went wrong, because remember the legs came apart, right? Remember that, just keep that in mind. So right here, I'm looking back and forth between the instruction manuals and the product that I have in front of me. It's not making sure, it's not connecting, it's not the same thing. I'm literally pointing at the little pieces, trying to piece them together. At some point, I even show the camera, trying to justify myself. But anyway, they move. I'm trying to fix my mistake, but I keep making the same mistake over again because I don't realize yet that I'm supposed to pull the legs apart and switch them around. But anyway, I'm like, okay, the instruction manual has the table upside down. Maybe I'll be able to understand, or it will click in my mind that this is what's wrong. Oh goodness, guys, this is how I started getting tired, because I was like, oh my word, I was just getting over it. See, now I pulled the legs apart. Now that I'm looking at it like that, it started making sense. Then I started assembling it the proper way. And then I made another whoopsie daisy by not bending this mechanical arm, because it needed to be bent in order for it to fit and sit the way it's supposed to. So then again, at some point I needed to unscrew and screw again just to fix that mechanical arm right here. This is when I realized that no, I screwed up the mechanical arm and I had to unscrew and screw again. Then once I fixed that portion, I got back to screwing in the tabletop to the legs, to the top portion or the top half of the legs. Then once that was done and sorted, I fully assembled the legs again, and the next encounter approached on the horizon. The next encounter approached on the horizon. It was my next problem. And basically, it was the little support structure for the shelves. They just wasn't screwing in right. And then, I don't know, my sister just, heavenly saints. I don't know, she came and she helped me. I don't know how she sensed it. But she came and she helped me, and then she came back again to check if everything was all right. And I was like, yeah, I'm getting it, but this one is troublesome. And then she helped me with that, and I continued along my way. And yeah, see how it slipped in? That's what I didn't do. Then right here, I'm putting in the little adjustable stoppers. So yeah, to adjust the heights. And finally, things are coming together, and I'm assembling the shelves. Oh, I was just so happy to be this close to the finish line. Then the next parts, the final parts, assembling the chair. Oh my word. This was also another problem on the horizon that I didn't foresee. I mean, how could I mess that up? But anyway, everything else was okay. Crisscrossing the little bars for the feet, attaching it to the chair top, not a problem. The problem was this little hula hoop thing that you rest your feet on. Oh my goodness. That was kind of problematic because it kept moving and shifting, and I was like, how do I hold you so that I can screw at least one leg onto you, okay? Then from there it should be easy sailing. And it really was. Again, I was also trying to take my time because I was like, I don't want to mess up, because listen, this is metal, welding and all of that. It's not like a simple thing I can do. So yeah, I'm just taking my time with it and finishing it up. I'm just screwing everything in. Once I'm done, I put away the papers in the shelf and the little tools they gave me and positioning it in place, making sure it has room and everything. It took a while, but we are finally done with this table, and now we can flaunt some of its features, okay? To your left is a little pull-out shelf that will be very handy when your table is angled. To your right is a little swivel bin that you can use as a bin for your shavings or to place your pens and brushes. And then there's this shelf, I can call it, and the little holes are to put in your pencils that you're using, sharpeners, erasers, and all of those nitty-gritties. And as you can see, when the table's angled, that little bar comes in handy to ensure that your things don't slide off the table, which is incredible if you ask me, because yeah, I wouldn't have thought of that. But anyway, moving over to the shelves. Okay, so this will very, very much come in handy to put in all my supplies and sketchbooks. So yeah, thank you so much for coming along with me on this journey. It was a nice way to break the ice. And that's it for the video. Until next time, creatives.